It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey everybody, what's up? Hey girl, what's going on, people? It's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back for another Married to Medicine recap review, girl. Before we get into the actual episode, though, I do want to talk about what is going on the blogs with Married to Medicine, because apparently Quad Webb and Kirk King, now we finally get to know this man's real name. This entire time we have been calling him King because Quad wanted to pedestalize this man, this weird, creepy, shifty around the eyes looking ass man. This picture is perfect to describe how I feel about the shiftiness that's in his eyes and in his face that makes me believe that he is phony, he is fake, he is lame. And yes, we can all admit that Quad, this is a perfect picture of them both. He looks uncomfortable, awkward, and weird, and she looks way too excited to be sitting next to him. Therefore, what is this going on with the desperation? Right? Somebody was in my comments because I wanted to check King and just bring to the front how shifty and lacking in integrity that I feel like this man is. But somebody wanted me to point out how desperate they felt like Quad was for even being with him in the first place. And listen, I am for the women. And so I am always going to give women the benefit of the doubt, especially because I know how much work is being done by society to push women into relationships with men that they don't really want to be with for real. They don't have to be with these men. They don't. But they want companionship. They want to look good to everybody else. They want to prove that they have value by being over 40 and still being able to pull in some shifty, weird, awkward, energy having ass nigga. Okay? And yes, as a woman, it is your responsibility to unwrap yourself and deconstruct yourself from the ways in which you have been brainwashed into feeling like all you need as a woman is a fucking man. They did a lot of work on us throughout the years. Every time a woman had a problem, she just need a man. I'm just saying, especially if you come from the South. If you come from the South, girl, all she need is a man. If she has a man, at least she has a man. Like, so that's why I don't like to go in on the girls as much as I do the men that I feel like are purposefully being manipulative, right? The woman genuinely wants this weird ass relationship for whatever desperate reason she wants it. And the man is lying to her about how much he actually likes her in order to get whatever valuable things he can get from her, whether it's sitting next to her makes him look good, sex, access to Bravo, access to more women, because we know whenever an attractive woman sit next to a man, all of a sudden a whole bunch of other women are going to want to fuck him. It's very weird. Okay? I don't know how it happens. It gives homoerotic on so many levels. And if our society wasn't so homophobic, maybe it wouldn't be like that, right? I don't know if y'all have noticed. It's very, very weird how this shit happens, right? Men are thinking about other men when they're asking you about how many men you've been with. That's some homoerotic shit, right? Why are you worried about other men's penises when you're looking at a woman? Because something's going on there, right? And then same thing for women. Why are you seeing him with her and deciding all of a sudden now he's more attractive to you than he was before simply because he's sitting next to her? Ask yourself these questions, okay? Now, in real life, don't nobody want somebody that don't know want to, nobody else wants, okay? So I don't want to be with you if people not looking at you like, damn, they attractive or they fine or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, okay? But in this situation, I'm glad this relationship is over because Quiet needs to be alone. Quiet needs to get to a place where just because a man is offering her a sweet deal, it doesn't mean she's going to hurry up and snatch it. Okay? Because in this situation, he came along offering her a sweet deal at a time when she needed somebody to help her get back at that ex and his abusive little ass. Okay, with his little bitty arms, his little bitty neck, his little bitty shoulders. Okay, she needed a man to come into the situation and defend her because y'all know how y'all act, right? Y'all act like a woman can never defend herself or argue with a man. So she needed to have a man there for her, right? That's how y'all, that's how y'all be. A lot of y'all, okay? Especially when it comes to Bravo people. Y'all really do feel like a woman shouldn't be arguing with a man and a man shouldn't be arguing with a woman and all of this, gender roles bullshit because men don't know how to control themselves and women spar verbally much better. So a man can't control himself from hitting you, okay, Corey Holcomb, once you've said something that hurt his little feelings, okay? Yeah, I'm glad this relationship is over. I'll say it again. Perfect picture to describe these people's relationship, okay? Now, look, this is how you knew this nigga was. I mean, listen, there's several moments throughout the show where I told y'all this nigga wasn't shit. And I waited. I waited until 3 times that he had done something weird, negging her, little slick ass comments, making fun of her. Do you like the bitch or not, nigga? It's giving you don't like her. It's giving you have some weird, hostility or resentment, some underlying angst towards a woman that you trying to be in a relationship with. That is weird. And I can't stand none of you weak ass men that will agree to things with women and then turn around and act like the woman made you do it. Okay? Because that's what he did. You agreed to do all of the IVF things with her. You agreed to it. And then once you realized it wasn't going to be one hit and done, now all of a sudden this is too much. That's because you wasn't ever really doing it out of like genuine. Like you wasn't doing it out of like genuineness. It wasn't genuine that you wanted to create a life with her. It was, I want access to you because it is advantageous for me, right? To be close to you as a famous woman. You probably even bring me more business to my business. You give me more access to more women that I might not have had access to before. So it is very advantageous for him to have a relationship with her, lie to her, and then, have her believing that he really loves her and he really wants to do all these things with her. Then when it doesn't work out and he tired of how much work it actually takes, now all of a sudden, I didn't know it was going to be this. I don't really want to do this. Okay? He was always scheming. He was always scamming. He was always fronting. And if women would stop being so desperate for companionship with males, they would figure this out. They would be able to assess the situation and feel the energy and be like, no, thank you, baby. I'm all right. Okay? And I really want all women, all people, period. Please get to a point in your life where you can be at your fucking house by yourself. Okay? Before you get into a relationship with somebody that doesn't really like you simply because you don't want to be alone. That's too much, y'all. It's too much. Now, somebody under King's comment says, I don't think they together anymore. And K King 8410 responded, I can confirm that I left that situation. Even the way he referred to her as that situation, disrespectful, it shows discontent, you know what I'm saying? Malice in the way you just described that. And then here comes a woman, Lisa, God bless me, of course, religious, pick me, just too handsome, not the right two, just too handsome. Quad is a lucky woman. Lisa, God bless me, luck ran out. Her luck ran out with you? Is that true? Her luck ran out with you. She did too much. She was too much. She wasn't good enough for you. Y'all weren't compatible. And now her luck ran out with you. So she's no longer lucky because she's no longer with you. Catfish face ass nigga. Okay? Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm not done yet. Wait a minute. Okay? Hold up. Because then Dr. Heavenly had to give us her breakdown when she was talking to Carlos. Here's what was said.
For a fact, he was trying to get back with Quad just not too terribly long ago.
Quad and King have officially broken up. King alluded to this yesterday. He posted an image on him on Instagram. One of the images, he was shirtless. Somebody in the comments said, just too handsome. Quad is a lucky woman. King responded, luck ran out. Then another person stated, I don't think they together anymore. King responded, I can confirm that I left that situation. Dr. Heavenly, what are your thoughts on this? Because I remember weeks ago, the fans were attacking King online and I asked you about it and you talked about your growth when it comes to not speaking on people's relationships who are your real friends. And you said, I'm Team Quad, she's my friend, and out of respect to Quad, I will not speak on it. Did you know then that's something that they were broken up?
Quad is my friend. I love my friend, but I will speak on it today because it's over with. We've been new. Like they've been broken up for months, Carlos. They have been broken up for months. I just think that Quad is a classy lady. The way that she ended it, the way that she left that statement, I think that she's a stand-up girl, and I think that's how it should have happened. They're not married, and to me, for a man to come up under the comments, to me, you're attention seeking. Meaning that that's not the way you do things. And I know for a fact he was trying to get back with Kawhi just not too terribly long ago. So my thing is this. I'm not going to try to give it too much because it looked like he's trying to get attention, but I don't agree with anything he's doing. I don't like the way he's doing it. And he just, to me, for me, I have to look back at the beginning. Why was he there for the fame? And you know, if people are there for the fame and they get a little bit of it, they can't handle it, you know? And I know for per Quad that he's still trying to hang out with people from the show. He's trying to hang out with, you know, Yandy's husband and stuff like that. The people that he don't even know, he wouldn't know because of Quad. Go back to where he was before, let her go back to her life, and then they move forward purposely and in goodwill. My whole thing is, yes, they have broken up. Yes, I've been knowing for months, but yes, I think that he handled that all wrong. And I think that he definitely wants to get back with her and he definitely wants attention. So we're not going to give him much of it.
All right, Raindrops, if you
All right. And he was in the comments. Like she said, he wanted attention. He said, keep my name honest and yours stays protected. I don't know what that means, but in my mind, you're saying that somebody should be protecting your name or keeping your name honest. And I feel like you as a person keep your name honest. Nobody owes you anything. Like this entitlement that everybody should always be protecting some random black man's name by not saying anything bad about him. Like, please move the fuck on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out the way. And then he said, don't use your friend. I don't know what any of that means. But it's obvious that this man wants attention. It's obvious that this man wants to tussle with a woman. It's obvious that he wants to go back and forth. Like he wants to gain clout off of her name. Much like that man that was messing around with the man that was messing around with Bambi. Y'all remember? You remember the man that was messing around with Bam? And what is his name? Ray Face or some shit like that, whatever his name is. Yeah. Let me see.
Move forward purposely
and this is what Quad said, okay? Because Quad did come out and say something. Quad said, Kirk and I mutually decided to bring our relationship to a close in 2025, Quad tells us. While our time together encompassed many meaningful moments, that chapter of my life has now concluded. I wish him well. In 2026, I am focused on moving forward with clarity and purpose. Thank you for your support. Yeah, she handled it way cuter than he did. She handled him with way more reverence and respect. She handled him with way more reverence and respect than he actually deserves and more than he gave her. Okay? So in case you guys were wondering, I was right. Kirk King is a bitch ass nigga. Congratulations. You've joined the big club. You've joined a big club of bitch ass niggas. Okay? Lord knows if they can't do anything else, they will use a woman's back to stand on. Okay? Girl, who raised them? Who's his people? They're responsible. All right, everybody. Let's get into the actual episode, okay? Shall we? How y'all doing? Okay. Let me pull up my notes. Let me pull up my notes. Are y'all following BondyBlue Bites? Y'all following my secondary channel? I think I only have I'm almost to 7,000 over there. And I know I'm only going to get 10% of my viewership here. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would go and subscribe to the secondary channel where I do post clips of my cut up lives. Okay, just to have some differentiation between the two. All right, shout out to my editor. We're on it. We're doing it, girl. Follow me on Instagram. I did want to delete my TikTok, but when I went on there and saw that there is no option to mass delete, and I would have to just delete my entire account in order to, and I'm just having a hard time doing it. I'm having a really hard time deleting my entire account. I wanted to just delete my content and still have my TikTok so that I can go and like see information, because information gets to you quicker on TikTok than it does on Instagram. And so I wanted to keep my TikTok. Now I'm thinking like, should I like delete it and get a new one, or should I just acquiesce and keep it and then be like, I changed my mind? I don't know. I don't know, girl. I'm still thinking about it. But let's go ahead and get into what happened on Married to Medicine, because it wasn't a lot. That's why I wanted to get into what happened between Quad and King first. Because, girl, the episode was basically Simone is a big ass crybaby. Heavenly is going to go to hell once you go there with her. And everybody is going to pick a side based on who's bullying them the hardest. Okay. So Heavenly walks in and ignores Simone. Y'all know they're on a trip. They're out of town. It's cute. Contessa is in charge, not Contessa. We're going to have to talk about that chef. Did you get sick after eating food from that chef? First of all, the chef looked gross. Let's start there. Then, when they showed close ups of the chef preparing the food, he wasn't wearing any gloves. Now, mind you, I wouldn't have a problem with this as somebody that, it's hard sometimes to cook with gloves on. Like, you want to cook with your finger so you can feel what's going on. Like, you wash your finger, wash your hands and everything. I would have been perfectly fine if this man was washing his hands, but the man looked dirty. And then, shout out to Ashley, one of the subscribers, one of the followers, one of the subbies, sent me a close up of this man's hands, and he had cuts all over his hands. The first shot I saw of this man's hands, he was like whipping up something in a sauce, right? His hands with the vegetables in a sauce, whipping it up with his hands, whipping it up with his hands. And then she, at the same time as I'm watching the episode, DMs me the picture of all of these little sores all over his hands. And I'm like, so you got open cuts on your hands and you are in the food with no gloves like this. I was very, very grossed out by this. I'm not going to show you all, but y'all can go back and look. I was grossed out, and I was like, I knew something was going to have to fall by the wayside, because Contessa is just always, blind spot somewhere. Somewhere there's a blind spot with Contessa. I don't know what that's about. No matter how beautiful and, amazing Contessa is, she will always have like a large, fuck up in a situation, right? Like the body looks amazing, but the titties are making us all uncomfortable, right? The body looks amazing, but you can't really dress, right? You want everybody to get along, but you're like hyper about it in a way that doesn't actually feel like we're naturally getting to this place, but you're forcing it by strong arming us and pushing up on us with your militariness and all of that. Okay? Yeah, like Contessa, I don't know. It was a lot. But let's go ahead and get back into what happened. So Jackie is telling Simone to talk to Heavenly about the issue so that they can heal it. Simone just wants Jackie to say that Heavenly is wrong. Simone never takes any accountability in any of these situations, and that's what she did with this. To be very clear on how this started, y'all, Simone decided that she wanted to grab arms with Toya and be childish and antagonize Heavenly about her running for office and asking her questions and kind of poking at her to see if she can keep her shit together. Simone thought that shit was funny. Toya was doing it because Toya actually doesn't like Heavenly running for anything, but also because Toya is a little miserable. We don't know why Toya is a little miserable, but it gives you a little miserable because your ass is a little hostile, okay? I've told y'all, I don't feel like people should be trying to force anybody to align themselves with Dr. Heavenly just because she's running for office. Heavenly has done a lot of shit, said a lot of shit. People are entitled to not fuck with her if they don't want to fuck with her. So when people are trying to like bully other people on the show to vote for her, or to promote her as a candidate, I'm bothered by that. Don't do that. Like, if I want to fuck with her, I'll fuck with her. If I don't come in my face about it, bitch. You're not about to bully me. So that shit worked on my nerves. But essentially, what they did at Angel's party is where all of this shit started. Simone, baby, you are the one that was fucking with Heavenly. When Heavenly wanted to leave because she was being fucked with by you and Toya, you stopped her from leaving. You stopped her from leaving. You didn't have no real beef with Heavenly. But Toya wants to keep going in on her, and so you joined in. You know why you joined in? Because you needed somewhere to direct your frustration about what's going on in your household. You did. You and Toya. So Heavenly is always an easy target for you, Simone. She's an easy target for you. She may not be that easy for Toya because Heavenly gonna tear Toya's ass up. But when it comes to you, Simone, you are able to do this throw a rock and hide your hand shit. Where you can do fucked up nasty shit, but as long as you can put the blame on Heavenly and make it seem like it's all Heavenly's fault. The only thing Heavenly did to Simone in this situation was tell Quad that Simone was looking up her car and all of that, which Contessa also said it, and it seems to be understood amongst the cast that they know Simone be looking up people information. They all look up information on each other. That's not enough for Simone to be big mad at Heavenly, okay? That's bullshit, okay? But after y'all got into it and Heavenly goes to take a picture with you, Heavenly is staying in line with the game that Simone and Heavenly play all the time. Heavenly saw how Simone was also jeering and antagonizing her with Toya, but she was still willing to be nice and act like, kind of ignore whatever Simone was doing. Simone was being childish too, but she was ignoring it, right? When she wanted to leave, she went to kiss Simone on the cheek and all of that shit. So when everybody's leaving, after we didn't, got into it and all of that, because all she said was that you need to learn how to be a better friend. When Angel was telling Toya she's not a good friend, Heavenly turned to Simone and said, you need to learn how to be a better friend too. Okay? Then Simone got pissed off. And so when they go to take the picture and Heavenly puts her arm around Simone, Simone grabs her arm and like stiff arm, pulls her arm, don't touch me. Don't touch me. And it wasn't as aggressive as Heavenly tried to make it seem, but I could totally understand why Heavenly's feelings were so hurt by her doing that. Because you've been fucking with me this whole time and I don't ever treat you like that. You say little slick shit and you fuck with me and be cool with Toya and they little click and say little slick shit and I keep letting it slide, Simone, because I thought we was better than that. But then when it comes to me, you want strong on me, take my hand and move it from around you like I didn't really done some fucked up shit, which is why she then took it to the point of don't be mad at me because you got shit going on in your family. You not happy with your husband. You not happy with your sons. They over there using your ass up and you want to come over here and have an issue with me. Don't do that. That's what happened. After that, I guess when Heavenly sat and really thought about it, it really hurt her feelings. I think it did. And I think she was thinking to herself how many times she was ignoring Simone fucking with her. And it was like, really? You gonna take it there? Okay, cool. Well, now I feel that you were being aggressive. So now I'm gonna put 20 on 10 and I'm gonna tell everybody that I don't feel safe around you because I know that's gonna get to you, right? Everybody then is like, oh, but she's a physician. You can't say that about a physician because now everybody's gonna think that she's aggressive. And I'm like, listen, everybody knows who goes to Dr. Simone that whatever happens on this show is what's happening on this show. And they probably are not going to have to deal with that with her as a physician. Jackie, different situation. But I don't feel like there's anything that can really happen on this show that Simone would really do that would stop her clients from coming to her. So for everybody to now all of a sudden act like Heavenly saying that I don't feel safe around you was going to fuck up Simone's business. And so now then this makes Simone a victim because now Brandy and Contessa and whoever else, Toya, can come to Simone's defense in this specific situation and act like Heavenly is so fucked up for saying that I'm scared of you because you were being violent and hostile towards me. Forgetting the fact that Simone started this shit from the very beginning. So by the time we get to the end of the episode, and everybody is trying to convince Heavenly to go and apologize to Simone. Jackie, I'm so tired of Jackie getting on her fucking knees, crying and doing all of that emotional shit, that emotional manipulation that she does. I get so tired of her doing that. She always does that. And I wish for once you would just let people have whatever their emotion is, because on some level, everybody resents you for what you do. Everybody resents you. Not Toya. Heavenly resents Jackie because Jackie is always asking her to be the bigger person. Simone resents Jackie because Jackie doesn't ever call a thing at the time that it's happening because Jackie is always trying to de-escalate the situation. But the way she de-escalates it a lot of the times is by ignoring what's actually happening. Okay? At the end of the day, Simone, you want everybody to come and kiss your ass. You want everybody to have you screaming and hollering, and then they coming up behind you. Oh, Simone, Simone, Simone. But in all honesty, I don't feel like Heavenly should have apologized to Simone because when Heavenly actually did go to Simone at the end of the episode and apologize to her, Simone didn't receive the apology for real. She was being like an asshole about it and basically saying, well, you know, you always come and apologize just like you always do and you always still do this. And Heavenly was like, I'm really sorry, Simone. Okay, I am. I am genuinely sorry about what I said. And Simone is like, before I would have believed you. Before I would have believed you, but now I don't know. But I guess I'll take your word for it. It's a way for you to throw a rock, hide your hand. Now you're the victim, and now you have something to hold over Heavenly's head, which is honestly what you wanted from the beginning. From the beginning, it seems as if you wanted something to be able to hold over Heavenly's head so she could come to you, I'm so sorry, and kissing your ass. Because that's what you was trying to do at Angel's party when it comes to her running for office. Toya and Simone both want Heavenly to come to them kissing their ass in order to get their vote. That's really what's happening here. Simone worked on my motherfucking nerves this episode. It really, really worked on my nerves. Heavenly shouldn't have apologized for anything as far as I'm concerned. Because, bitch, if you can't apologize to me, if you can't see how you grabbing my arm and moving it off of you was you like taking it a step it didn't need to take, you could have just like been like, I'm all right right now. You could have did this. But instead, you grabbed that lady arm, stiff armed, and moved her arm around you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Yeah. The energy that Heavenly felt was correct. It was hostile. It wasn't get your motherfucking hands off me, but it had the same punch. I'm pretty sure. Simone never apologizes to anybody. Everybody is always at her behest. This is the reason why your sons don't care about how you feel. This is literally why your sons don't care about how you feel. Let's get to that, okay? Because while the women are out of town, the men are there with their kids. And we see the men spending time with their kids, and Cecil goes to talk to Michael and Miles. First of all, while he's talking to them, Miles, is that the youngest one? Looking straight ahead, not really like listening, but not really, right? Like kind of zoning out. Because whenever we start talking about mom, it's probably bullshit. Because what you've done is created a relationship with your sons where they feel like mom is on bullshit. We don't have to really listen to her. And if you're coming to us on her behalf, it's because she didn't bitched you out or she probably not fucking you. So now you want to come to us and ask us to go along with it. Even though before you were perfectly fine with us telling mom fuck her and fuck whether she want to retire or not. You were fine with that at the dinner table. But now because it's really causing an issue in y'all's relationship, now you want to go and talk to them after all of these years of basically disregarding Simone's feelings to your sons. So now your sons are looking at you like you want us to take this seriously, and you know we don't. You know we don't take it seriously. And we don't take you seriously. It is hypocrisy. Michael is the youngest. Okay, cool. Whichever one. But both of them are, I believe, full of shit. Both of the sons are fully aware that their mom is tired, that their mom wants to retire. I don't know why Cecil allowed for them to act as if Simone has never said that shit out loud to them, but she has several times. They know exactly how she feels. They don't care because you have fostered that environment. So you can't come in now on the umpteenth hour and try to correct your sons with the way they deal with their mother. You should have been telling them boys to have reverence for how tired their mom was when they were kids. If there's one thing I could say, good about my pa was that no matter what, it was always putting in my head of reverence for my mother. Don't let your mama walk in the door with them dishes in the sink. Your mama been at work all day. Don't you let her walk in the door and see them dishes in the sink. Your mama gonna be at work all day. Make sure that you clean in this house and you vacuum and all of that and vacuum our room for us, That's always vacuum our room, the hallway, clean your bathroom, clean your room before you can do anything. Your mama worked too hard. She don't need to come in here and see that. I used to hear that all the time. I was taught to have reverence. I mean, I really didn't need to be taught to have reverence for my mama. That was my girl from day one. Okay, I was always down for my mama from day one. But at the end of the day, you are a child, you're a teenager. Sometimes all you could think about is you because you're a child and you're a teenager. And so your parents need to remind you to care about other people in the house and that it's not always just about you because you're a kid. You don't understand that. So it's very important for your father, for them to be building inside of you to have reverence for your mother. And the fact that he's just now coming to y'all shows that he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing this entire time. And that's fucking sad. Um, so Mimi, I appreciate the fact that Mimi is willing to argue with Toya because Toya can sometimes come off like the mean girl and say those, just very aggy. We talked about how Toya acting like she need to get fucked or something, right? So I understand in the moment when they're all having this conversation with Heavenly at the table. And Toya is like, so you don't think that it's fucked up for you to say that she's violent and hostile, knowing how that would hurt her career? And then Heavenly is like, but she is violent. She is hostile. Mimi jumps in. Now, Toya, didn't I ask you not to interrupt? I didn't interrupt. I asked a question. Your question is an interruption. Okay? So even though I am not on Simone's side with this, Mimi is doing the exact same thing she accused Brandy of doing, which is what I said back then. I said when she came to Brandy about being up Toya's ass, how are you going to come to her about being up Toya's ass when it's obvious you're up Heavenly's ass? What's that about, Mimi? What's that? Like, I did not like the tone. She talks to everybody like they're children. And I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I want her to get that together because who are you talking to, Mimi? Like, you're doing a bit much. You are acting like you want to be on one side. And here's the thing. We all see in Married to Medicine this group dynamic where one side is the doctors, the smarts, the, intellectuals, the I went to college, so I'm better than you kind of mindset. Simone goes back and forth between feeling that way and being a part of that squad with Jackie and Heavenly and all of them. And then she'll come back over and want to be with the wives. Contessa does the same thing, like the flip-flopping in between wanting to just be a part of the wives clique and then also wanting to use their education as a tool to make it seem as if they're better than the other women. They all have done this to Toya. Toya is aggravating, which is why people do this to her. But yeah, I think Mimi has decided that she wants to be a part of the intellectual clique. The intellectual clique is Jackie and Heavenly because, it's just, I don't know why it's that way, but it is what it is. Because it almost seems like Toya, even though Quad is not a part of the Toya clique as a wife, it's weird the way they be compartmentalizing themselves. Is it just me? I don't know. But maybe she just doesn't like Toya. No, I don't think Mimi does. Mimi doesn't like Toya. And in all honesty, I'm not mad at Mimi for not liking Toya. I just also feel like, Mimi, you have to also take a step back because you're talking to grown adult women that are not always needing you to be talking to them as if you're a parent or some authority figure over them. Nobody needs that from you in this setting all the time. So there are times when we don't really need you, second season, to be mediating everybody the way you do. Yeah, she's always in therapist mode. It also gives people pleaser on some level. It definitely gives that. So there's a part of me that is like, yeah, go after Toya. Fuck her. She always saying some little slick shit. But then there's another part of me that's like, okay, chill out. Because you're doing a lot and you're working on my nerves. And if you had talked to me the way you talked to Toya at that table, talking about, didn't I ask you not to interrupt? I would have been like, excuse me, who the fuck are you talking to? Are you my mom or something? Like, who are you talking to? We're all having a conversation. Everybody's butting in from time to time. Don't address me like you're some authority figure when you on your second fucking season and we wondering if you want to fuck Heavenly because what is happening right now? Why are you this far up Heavenly's ass right now? Why is that? I think there's enough blame to go around on everybody, right? I think we can all see how Heavenly does the most sometimes. The way Mimi is acting about Heavenly to me is in some way the way she accused Brandy of acting about Simone. Because what I did notice about Brandy, there was a moment where Brandy made a comment about how Heavenly is full of shit, like, insinuating that the flies were there now because Heavenly was there being full of shit. Okay, about the comment about feeling like she was scared. You were full of shit, right? We know you weren't really scared of Simone. We all know that. So you were being full of shit. However, when Heavenly broke down in tears about not knowing where her son is, when Jackie is like, I know you are hurting. I know you're hurting. And she's hurting too. And you are on a divine mission. And it is time for you to walk in that divine mission. And you are big enough to apologize to her. Okay? And I know you're hurting. I don't want it to seem like I don't know you're hurting because you don't know where your son is. Heavenly start crying. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he is. And then, now she crying. Then here come everybody quiet. What's going on? Why is she crying? And Toya, oh my God, are those real tears, bitch? Oh. Yeah, all of y'all are weird. All of y'all are weird, okay? But I did notice that Brandy was one of the people to like woo 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 and hug on Heavenly. So I was like, okay, I think that Brandy is a little bit more, a little bit more level-headed in the situation than I think Mimi is. I don't know what that's about. And I love the fact that we barely hear about Angel. Like Angel be there and you might get stuff from time to time, but girl, Angel chilling. Non-confrontational. Non-confrontational. What you said? Okay, that's what you said. Okay. But yeah, Jackie works on my nerves. I think that Simone should stop listening to advice from Jackie because she's part of the reason why you still married to Cecil, and we all know that you're upset about still being married to Cecil. And that's sad. But yeah, that was basically everything that went down on this episode, girl. It wasn't much. You know what I mean? They was in the house the whole time. Oh, the one other thing that happened that was actually really funny was when they played the pop the balloon game, and that gave them an opportunity to kind of just have fun and laugh together. That was cute. I did enjoy that scene. Um, but yeah, Simone made herself a victim in this situation, even though to me, Simone was the one with the jeering energy. No, Heavenly, you're going to have to be able to deal with people like Toya. And if you can't deal with people like Toya, maybe you shouldn't be a council member. And to me, it just kind of goes back to the fact that Simone has always kind of just tolerated Heavenly. She tolerated Heavenly because she was friends with Jackie. And then when Heavenly came in and kind of turned their twosome to a threesome. I've been a part of a situation like this when I was very, very young, and I went to my middle school, and I kind of joined two girls that were best friends, and I kind of joined their clique, and the central one ended up, like the one who we were both close with, ended up being my blood relative. We had no idea that her grandfather and my grandmother, I believe, were either brother and sister or cousins or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but because we, were removed from the Ford family in that way. But my grandmother and her grandfather were related, so we were actually related. And I remember, like, during that time, finding out that she didn't really like me as much. Even though we were all in a clique together, she did not really like me because she felt like I came in and took her friend from her. When I was trying to come in and be friends with both of them. Okay? Listen, shout out to them though, because, after all of these years, I think eventually me and the other girl were closer because our mutual friend, my cousin, left the school, and then it was just me and her. And I thought we would remain close, but of course we didn't. And she developed her group with the rest of the girls, and I'm just kind of somebody that goes in between the boys and the girls because y'all know I'm gonna upset the girls at some point. All right, so I totally understand what it's like to be in Heavenly's position, coming into a friendship, trying to form a friendship with the both of them, and really wanting the other person to receive you in the same way. But They just don't, because they are territorial over their friendship and feel like you're encroaching on that. And so to me, Simone has never really fully gotten over that. And so we're always seeing her displaying that in the way she handles Heavenly. It just, because it be out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It'll be like, y'all don't even have a problem. Y'all don't have a beef. Now this is the worst y'all have ever been. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, for real. Oh, girl. Let me read y'all super chats. Thank you, M Love Black Always. Thank you for the super chat. I think it's comical that Simone is now worried about her profession being slandered when she helped move the line to hell, especially when it's regarding the non-medical castmates. Yeah, I agree. Like, she's very humbuggish. She instigates. Simone instigates, and that's what she was doing between Toya and Heavenly. She was instigating that. And girl, and thank you, Thick 2768 for the super chat. I appreciate that. But besides that, girl, that was everything that happened on the episode. It wasn't much more than that. Before I go, I will give y'all a little housewives news. Not girl, not the housewives of Potomac, because I haven't watched the last 2 episodes, so I don't know what's going on. I told y'all, I'm like, I don't care. I'm in and out of that show. It's something I watch when I ain't got nothing else to watch. Okay. But here, let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta for a second, because this made me happy. I'ma just keep it a buck with y'all, because I don't like Ralph. I don't like Ralph. I don't like the shape of his head. I don't like the men that he be wanting to be friends with. Like, I don't like him. I don't. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me see what y'all saying. Where's my preview mode? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why my camera. Uh, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to. Okay. It won't let me. It won't let me change my thing. Why? Okay, let me just move it like this. Something going on with the camera. Anyway, okay. So let's read this story, y'all, just so we can get into it. Like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all are always appreciated over here, okay? Thank you. Also, in case y'all were wondering, Ooh Ladies First panel will be back on Thursday. I know a lot of y'all were asking because y'all don't listen to us in the lives when we tell y'all that we was coming back in February. I know we said it. I know I said it a bunch of times, and people will still come and ask me about it as if I didn't say. Like, y'all asking questions like, "Are y'all? Is it over or what?" Wait, calm down. First the fuck off. Like, why y'all talking to us like this? We appreciate that y'all want Ooh Ladies First panel back, but y'all ain't gotta be so hostile about it. We all coming back. We did not break up. We are all still friends, okay? Because I know that's what everybody really wants to know. Did they fall out? Did they fall out? Did they quit? Did they decide they not gonna do it no more? No, we still doing it, and we doing it bigger and better than ever, motherfuckers. I thought y'all was listening to us. Y'all wasn't. Okay. Now, back to Drew Sidora. Okay. It looks like the long drawn out saga between the Real Housewives of Atlanta stars Drew Sidora and Ralph Pittman is finally hitting the finish line. After nearly 3 years of back and forth legal drama and a very awkward nesting situation in the same house, a judge has finally cleared the air on their long awaited divorce. Drew previously expressed how taxing the public nature of the breakup, has been, stating that having her divorce records unsealed was like a nightmare for her family. But she is walking away with some major wins as they prepare to close this chapter. The court has ordered the former couple to sell their marital home and split the proceeds, which means no more living on separate floors of the same mansion. On top of that, the judge shut down Ralph's attempt to get alimony from his estranged wife. Despite Ralph claiming he deserved a cut of her income because it allegedly increased during their time on Real Housewives of Atlanta, the judge ruled he earns enough to support himself, reflecting on the split. Drew once told People, I was hoping for an amicable divorce, and this ruling ensures that she won't be paying him to move on. The judge also made a final call on the children, granting the pair joint custody and tossing out Ralph's request for full custody. This decision aligns with Drew's previous claims that her children were her primary concern throughout the litigation. She has been vocal about the emotional toil, once explaining it was just a culmination of things that should not happen in a marriage, which ultimately led her to the courthouse. With the custody and financial issues out of the way, the court has circled April 2026 as the date to officially finalize the divorce. As fans gear up for the release of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17, it's looking more likely that Drew will be stepping into new episodes as a free woman after years of watching their relationship crumble on screen. Viewers are eager to see her second chance at life away from the drama. Well, congratulations, girl. Congratulations, Drew. I'm glad that you had a judge with some sense that would not let this peanut head, grabby hand having ass nigga get alimony from you. Okay? And I'm also so glad that y'all now are gonna sell that house. Y'all should have did that shit immediately. Y'all should have sold and split that the house down the middle as soon as y'all did it. But I knew that he was gonna make that hard for you to do because he's the one that went and purchased that house and acted like you didn't have any parts in it. He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. Men really do be out here having full-blown families with women and trying to keep them from getting any type of marital property. And it's weird and it's sad. And that's why y'all shouldn't marry these niggas. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all shouldn't be marrying a lot of these niggas because when it all boils down to it, they don't want to actually like split things with you down the middle in a way that's fair and equitable for two people that built a life together. They never want to do that. They always want to keep you as a woman from getting something that you helped to create, that you helped to nurture. So yeah, I'm telling y'all right now, stop marrying these niggas because they will always be doing some little slick shit behind the scenes to fuck over you when it comes to a divorce. Especially men like Ralph, men like weird ass Martell and them. Okay, that's why sometimes you gotta stay on your p's and q's as a woman. You do because you get with men and you don't even know how they really are always thinking about you as somebody to keep their shit from. Just understand that. Always understand. If you're going to marry him, understand that if y'all break up, and 9 times out of 10, y'all will break up, he's going to then act as if you didn't help build anything. You didn't help, curate a lifestyle. And he's going to try to make sure that you don't get anything. You have to be careful. We've seen it with him. We saw it with what's going on with Candy and Todd. Right? And it's so obvious that Todd is over there acting a fucking fool in the court documents, but then coming online to pretend as if everything is all cool. Yeah, that's what they do, girl, because they want to look good in front of everybody else while they trying to snake you behind the scenes in the paperwork. Just be careful. Be careful. I love you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the recap. I will be back tomorrow for another BondyBlue show. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, on TikTok. I'm also posting my shorts here on YouTube. So be looking for my shorts and follow me on BondyBlue Bites. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.